Travis Wayne Goodsell. Because I was born and raised in the Covenant Mormon of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, I became an anthropologist of the ancient Middle East, which, combined with my mom-given hobby, interest, it's not really a hobby per se, of women's fashion, as that too is a part of understanding a cultural anthropology. And in our day and time, with the internet and social media, we have a far better opportunity to learn about our culture and cultures all around the world than ever before in the whole history of the world. And so it's sad to see YouTube not just silencing the free speech and the free expression of me, but of other people as well, specifically of other women who are trying to share their lives and their interests and their hobbies and their likes and dislikes, etc. I am amused this morning. YouTube presented a high school girl who had been doing about a dozen videos or so, and it was just about her life. She had one video where she got her license, and another video about the prom, and then she gets, my rating views, in the hundreds, maybe 50s to hundreds. And then she does a try-on haul. 57,000 views. And you can definitely tell a lot about a woman when she is that varied in her choice of videos to upload, especially after she tries her first try-on haul and scores mega views with it. Because the very next video she did, which was the last one she had done, was a mud pack on her face. The views just tank. That, I think, is the most hilarious I've ever seen. Because other times, you get a shy girl who does a try-on and gets tons of views, and then you never hear from her again. She's too embarrassed and ashamed to show her face again, which is kind of sad. But, especially when we got COVID going on, and you don't know if COVID happened to stop her from doing videos. But, there's a big difference between a woman who has self-confidence, knows she's got a body, and flaunts it, versus the shy girls who are trying to be popular or trying to share her life and doesn't realize she's naive, or, the various reasons for why they are the way they are. But, as an anthropologist of the ancient Middle East, I'm able to go into our modern culture as well as church history. This is a church video. What do you think I'm going to talk about? I do introductions first. that has a moral of the story. How long have you been watching my videos? But yeah, I can, and I have done for years now, anthropology of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, mingled with the Church of Joseph Smith. I'm able to go over everything about both because they're both connected because of Brigham Young and his lie. And that's the frustrating thing for me, is that I've got a numerous platform of videos to upload for you. The knowledge that I have, can go for the rest of my life and still not cover 100% of, or 100th part of what I know about the whole aspect of the church. And you'll even watch me in videos as I'll do live research for you. I don't memorize things, don't get that impression, but I have full confidence that in researching something, I will make bombshell discoveries. And every single time I do. And so, also, you'll notice my use of the scriptures. I'll be talking about a scripture, and I'll get an idea about a scripture elsewhere that ties in with it. And I don't have these pre-planned notes. Sometimes I'll have ideas that I write down, but there's no script that I go by. I just say what comes to my mind. I share my heart and my soul with you. And so, yeah, it's a little discouraging that Mormons are unable to argue soundly why I'm wrong, as they claim I am. That Mormons can only respond with hate comments, denials, and verbal and abuse and threats to murder me and to incite gang mob activity against me. Not a single Mormon is capable of making a rational, reasonable, sound argument as to why I'm wrong. I'm not talking about, saying Joseph Smith Sr. instead of Joseph Smith Jr. or Pennsylvania instead of New York, those kinds of insignificant, trivial stuff that is common for me because I use associative memory. I don't memorize, remember? I use reference books, and when I'm just talking with you, I don't have the reference books at my disposal. And so it's easy to make those kinds of errors, calling it the Civil War instead of the Revolutionary War or whatever. But my skill with referencing scriptures is why I was chosen on the footnote committee to revise the footnotes. And so Mormons selectively choose what video triggers them to watch, plus YouTube censorship of me. And so they don't understand or care to understand how knowledgeable I am. And maybe it scares them if they do watch a video that explains to them who I am. And so they run away and hide, hope I go away, so that the church can still be true. But it's stupid. Because if Mormons can't come up with an argument to defend the church, why are they still in the church? And what my videos are doing is not just educating Mormons on the lies of this church and the deceptions and how wrong they are with their interpretations or lack thereof of Scripture and doctrine and theology and administration. And there's a serious warning, a threat to your lives by this church. And how do I get it across to you? I've come out boldly and said it, but so it's sad because I'm getting responses similar to the girl who tries a try-on haul video for the first time and gets a huge response. But for Mormons, it's the church is so exciting and true, and they go online and hear something that deflates them. And so they're scared because the church put the fear in them that if they give in to this anti-Mormon philosophies of men, that they'll fall away and that they'll fall into Lucifer's plan of happiness, which I told you, it's the church. That's their plan of happiness. You're in Lucifer's church already. And of course, Lucifer's church tells you don't leave because you'll be following Lucifer if you leave. And you don't see it. As hilariously horrifying it is. But everything that the church does is Lucifer's plan of happiness because it takes away your agency. And then I get the dumbass Mormons who say, I choose to have my agency taken. No, you dumbass. That's not the doctrine. You don't put yourself into bondage just because he claims it's Jesus. Which is another one of those no-duh moments that causes Mormons to be dumbasses. There is no person as Jesus Christ. He was a prophetic character being used to represent Emmanuel in the learning of the Jews. Have you guys never even heard of fiction? Do you seriously believe Star Wars, Star Trek, Harry Potter, etc. are all real movies? Like Galaxy Quest? The historical documents. I mean, and yet you can't figure that out. You know, granted, you're not an anthropologist of the ancient Middle East, but why would you believe somebody who's lying to you when all you had to do was read the first part of the Book of Mormon that says it's in the learning of the Jews? And then hear Nelson say, we're the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. That's not the learning of the Jews. But Jesus is in the Book of Mormon. It's in the learning of the Jews. How hard is that? And that's the frustration, is that the church has done so well at brainwashing Mormons. They can't pull out. They don't see it. And even ex-Mormons who leave, you know, they still believe that the church was claiming to be Christian, which they are, but they believe Joseph Smith was also claiming to be Christian. And that's the trap of this church, is because every branch off claims that they have the one true truth, and that all the other branch offs are wrong. And that's what Brigham did. His branch off changed Joseph Smith and the Book of Mormon into Christian, literal history, and did away with the learning of the Jews. Just thought I'd share that with you. It's so cute. And House, I'm at the porn episodes for DVD only, I am assuming. I don't know. Season 7. Just hilarious. And then Chase goes and hires a psychologist. What the hell? They're medical doctors.